You flunked your drug test on trial docket day. That's the way you get ready, huh? You're going to be put into custody. We can't try your case when you're high on drugs, but your bond is going to be revoked and you will be in jail, and we'll keep testing you until some point. It's marijuana. At some point, yeah, at some point until you're drug free, then we can't do much with you. And while you're testing positive for drugs on trial docket day.
Rápido, señorita White. Sí, gracias.
Ypsilanti Township versus Crystal Brayboy, case number 23T00461.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Dante Lebo on behalf of Ms. Brayboy. Ms. Brayboy, could you give your name? And Ms. Brayboy, for information, I'm currently filling in for Ms. White.
Okay, my name is Crystal Brayboy.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Brayboy.
Good morning.
Trial in this matter.
Yes, Your Honor, we do have an agreement today where Ms. Brayboy will be pleading guilty to operating while visibly impaired.
And that's a correct statement of the offer, Your Honor.
Defendant to plead guilty to an added count 2 of driving while operating while visibly impaired. Count 1. The more serious offense to be dismissed. No further agreements, is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, ma'am, it's my understanding you're going to be pleading guilty to operating while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty of 93 days and or up to $300 fine plus court costs. In exchange for that plea, the more serious offense of operating with a high BAC, which is a misdemeanor with 180 days maximum, would be dismissed. Do you understand the agreement, ma'am?
Ma'am.
I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. There are some rights that you have that you are going to be giving up by entering into this plea. Please stop me if you have any questions or if you feel like you need to speak with your attorney again. You have the right to have a trial by a jury, at which time you can call witnesses to speak for you. You can get an order signed by this court to require that the witnesses come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question any and all witnesses that are called against you, and you have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you could choose to remain silent. If you did choose to remain silent, the prosecutor could not comment on that. In addition to that, you have the right to be presumed innocent, ma'am, unless proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Do you understand all those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're going to be giving up all those rights and you're not going to be having a trial of any sort?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you also understand that there's no automatic right to appeal this decision, so the decision you're making today, in all likelihood, is going to stick with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also understand that if you were on probation, parole, or bond on the date of this offense, which is June 1st of 2023, and you're still on that same probation, parole, or bond, you could be in violation of it? Are you on probation, parole, or bond at this time?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
You are?
Yes.
And you
I
understand
have
that?
sentence, ma'am, at all. I haven't all up until this time, I haven't really been sentenced. So I don't know what I'm doing. Going through, I'm in rehab, I'm in outpatient. I go to my classes. I've been doing that for a long time now.
Your Honor, may I ask Ms. Brayboy a question?
Yes, you may.
Ms. Brayboy, when you say you are currently on parole or bond, are you referring to the bond that you're on in this matter?
They didn't never sentenced me yet. I haven't been.
Ma'am, the question was, are you talking about this case?
Yes.
But you haven't been sentenced because you haven't pled, ma'am. You're pleading right now.
Okay. Yes, I'm pleading. Yes.
Is there another case that you're on probation, parole, or bond for, ma'am?
I'm on another case, but I'm not on probation. Yeah.
What's going on with the other case,
I
ma'am?
caught the DUI. I'm in court now. They're trying to bring it down to a Mr.
In front of who?
in front of Mr. Simpson.
Okay, I see. All right.
Ms. Brayboy, did that other case, did that occur after you were charged with this case?
Yes.
Thank you.
So that case would be a violation of this bond, not the other way around. Are you a U.S. citizen, ma'am?
I am.
All right, thank you. To the charge of operating while visibly impaired, how do you plead?
Yep.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what we placed on the record today to get you to plead guilty, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Anyone threatening you in any way, shape, or form?
Ma'am.
I'm sorry, I need you to repeat that. I don't think the system heard it. Ma'am, did you say something the second time?
You said repeat what I said. I said no, ma'am. With the
All
question.
right. Thank you. Now we got it. All right.
Oh. What?
Were you on about June 1st of 2023, were you operating a motor vehicle at the vicinity of 806 Jerome Road here in Ypsilanti Township, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And at the time you were operating, were you under the influence of alcohol?
Ma'am.
I'm sorry?
Ma'am.
All right. And was there blood alcohol content test taken, Mr. Burnett?
There was, Your Honor. The blood alcohol level in this case was 0.28.
Defense so stipulates, Your Honor.
I find that there's a knowing and willing admission to the violation. I'm sorry, to the charge. Are you satisfied, Mr. Burnett?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Defense is likewise satisfied, Your Honor.
Sentencing in this case will be on May 29th on July 2, 3, 4, on June 26th, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m.
Don't look at me.
You have to come back
I did.
for sentence.
Ms. Brayboy,
Yes.
you seem to be annoyed that you have to return to court in order to get sentenced, ma'am.
I've been coming to court almost a year for this.
Ma'am, that's your choice. You could have pled to this on the first date. You've been choosing to do this, ma'am.
No, I have not.
Well, I don't know who else has been.
I'm back to court. I have not. I've been trying to apply with everything they asked me to do. And I did all the footwork. They didn't do nothing for me.
Ma'am, you had a charge that was dropped from a 180-day offense down to a 93-day offense, and you say no one did anything for you. I find that to be
I had to go. I had to check in the tab. I had to do all that by myself.
That's what you're supposed to do. Nobody was driving with you.
You're right. You're right. It's my fault. And I take full responsibility for it.
You need to be back here, and I'm going to have this in person because I don't think you understand the magnitude of the problem that you have going on here. Driving with a 0.28 and you got an attitude that you got to come to court?
I don't have an attitude. I'm going through
I beg to differ. I heard it.
I'm going through surgeries, major surgeries and everything, ma'am, okay? I don't mean to be that way. But it's hard for me right now.
Sentencing on June 26, 2024 at 11 a.m. That'll be here in person in the courtroom.
Yes,
You need to keep an appointment with the probation department in between that time to have a pre-sentence investigation report done. Do you understand?
I understand.
I'm sorry?
I didn't understand what you were saying.
You need to have a pre-sentence investigation report done, and you need to have an alcohol assessment done. I believe that one's been done already, but they need to get a copy of it so that I can have a recommendation from them as to what your sentence should be.
Okay. Okay.
You should keep in mind, yes. Okay. They have the assessment for you already, ma'am, so that has already been done. But you need to keep in mind that you can still do jail time. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see you back here on that day.
Yes, ma'am.
Ypsilanti Township versus Reginald Hunter, case number 22T00456 and 18W00.